Alrighty. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Someone made a nice comment on my YouTube channel, and now I feel the fires of Hephaestus burning within me. So since I've been playing a lot of this, I felt determined all of a sudden to record a bit of it. Now I'm not really sure what I'm going to do right now. So this is a quest that I really want to do, but I can't get to it yet because it's 6 levels low. I mean, I can get to it, but it will destroy me. Oh, I'm level enough to beat the Peloponnesian League. I'll consider that. So there's Odyssey quests. There's this Gate of Atlantis quest. Delivering a champion. This is in Sparta. This is just upgrading the spear in general. Let's see. This one. I wanted to do this one because this will be the last one on the quest for Barbaros' wife. I'm trying to find her. So let's go to the address here. Oh, I'm being messaged. Oh, Steam is prepared to restart. I think I can enable that without shutting down Assassin's Creed. Nope. It needs me to shut it down. Never mind. So I will do that after I'm done recording. I have a new spark of motivation. I feel kind of sickly, and my shoulder is really sore, but you know, we're gonna do regardless. We're gonna try to live and move forward. Alright. We need to go that way. We need to sail away to find Barbaros' wife. She's somewhere in this world, apparently.
Here we go!
The Siren's Tomb.
We are going as fast as we can, Commander!
We have 2 little lanterns hanging from the mast, which are swinging about. I think that's kind of neat.
I think Zeus and Hera are having another fight. Look at that storm!
This is the island Cyclops is on that he spoke about.
Hey! Looks like something valuable!
One of the biggest things that made me very hesitant about making videos in the first place is the fact that I lack any editing software. I had access to Premiere, but I cancelled my subscription with the start of quarantine because I no longer go to my job and get paid. So presently I'm broke and I can't afford to constantly pay for editing software. And of the many free ones I've tried over the years, I've never really found one that satisfied me. That, and also just my general usual lack of certainty and motivation has left me a bit confused at times.
I recognize it from my vision. A painted wall carved aside and stands there. Careful.
Ready to
Dock the
ship,
ship.
good morning!
Estepalia City. So we're in Kos now. Let's look at the map. So we're in Kos. There's a quest. Southern Cyprades. A business opportunity. So the tomb is on Kos. The tomb is on the eastern part of Pharmalakia Bay, so way over here. Sirens hide in the tomb of Polybotes. Oh, that's cool. I love that. Southern Cyprades, the School of Medicine. Oh, it's way over there. Interesting. Let me, go to the high point real quick. Oh, well. The Hippocratic School of Medicine. So this was started by Hippocrates. Interesting. I didn't know that he had such a practice. That's fascinating. I've completely lost. There it is. I was very confused. Doopy-doo. Here we go. I like this little, like, bit of music that plays whenever you do this. It's rare enough that it doesn't get annoying, and beautiful enough that I can enjoy it. Not terribly picky when it comes to music, but you know. I like to appreciate what's really pleasant when it reaches my ears. I just keep walking through braziers, waiting for the moment that I'll just catch fire and then die horribly. Pitch myself off a cliff because I'm a burning wreck. That'd be interesting. Thankfully they don't catch them much, so I'm usually fine. Until, of course, I'm in a fight with someone, and then I'm usually not fine. It's usually in those moments that for some reason I catch. Maybe because I linger just like a half second longer. The Ion Vineyard. Should probably go visit Marcos. Frickin' Phoebe. She shouldn't have gone to Athens. Now all of this is going on. But then again, it's like, what else was I gonna do? She, small child. There's the Minotaur, and I want to kill it. It's in the labyrinth, which is that mission that I'm not level enough for. I tried it out at the level that I'm at, and I got destroyed. He has a giant axe, and it cut me in like half. Not actually. You can't dismember people in this game, including yourself, which is good, because I probably would have a few times at this point, and that's disgusting. But it, like, one strike of it took away all of my health, and I'm just not ready for that, man. Even with, like, Theseus's armor and whatnot, I'm not ready for that at all. Okay, I have found an altar. Oh, and it also has an eagle point on it. What's this a statue of? This dude's covered in a snake. That reminds me, I found a giant statue of Medusa's head, which was very interesting. I wonder if Medusa is real. Because there's a thumbnail for this game that contains a like soldier or something standing against Medusa. And I'm deeply fascinated by that. I want to fight Medusa. I want to fight the Minotaur, I want to fight Medusa, I want to meet the gods. Any and all things where possible. The Tomb of Polybotes. So I found the place. Oh my gosh, it's very ornate. Look at this.
This is it.
It's a painted wall. Alright. Oh.
Are there actual sirens here? I should put the beeswax in my ears just in case.
Oh, things sound muted for me. Why are there people here? Everything is so much more muted presently. Wow, the sound quality is going to be so much like stranger on this video due to this. You can probably hear my typing and button mashing a lot louder than you would normally. Though they are still pretty loud normally. I need to get like a better microphone set up, but again, being broke, that makes it kind of difficult to do. So this is some sort of sacrificial group, it seems. Who is this? Oh, this must be some of the people they captured. This place is kind of terrifying. Oh! I did not realize that would catch. Probably should have at least assumed that if I was going to risk it. Oh, hello there. Oh, frick. I'm supposed to be hitting T to get my weapon back out. There we go. It feels, honestly, so much more difficult to fight without my hearing. Even though it plays very little role in what I actually do. How curious. Maybe I'm paying more attention to my mistakes, or maybe I am actually making more. I can't recruit them. I don't seem to, so...
Looks old.
Although the alphabet is inherited from Latin, something, something.
Please don't hurt us.
I'm not going to hurt you. I will free you. What are you doing here?
My whole life I heard tales of the siren song. It sounds so sweet, men would gladly die to hear it. You have no idea how dull life is for a fisherman with a love of poetry and music.
Whoa!
To be here.
I didn't know this is what I would find. By the time I realized there was no escape.
Yeah, I do know someone you should meet. A certain Cyclops who loves poetry.
My whole life I heard tales of the siren song. It
Oh,
sounds so
it's
sweet,
just the
men
same
would-
thing.
This tomb is full of bloodthirsty women. Who are they?
No one speaks. They drain my blood, then boil and drink it. In their rituals, they scream into the night. I'm so tired, but I never sleep. Please save me.
I found this Havlos. What do you know about it?
That one was special. They stole it from the woman who escaped. But that was a long time ago.
You're obsessed with poetry, and you're a fisherman. I have an opportunity for you to have both those things, without being held like some animal.
Anything would be better than this.
Join my crew and I'll take you there.
Meet me at my ship, the Adrestia. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
It's been so long since I was shown kindness. My thanks.
So they're not actual sirens, but they fit the, I guess you'd say, the like concept of the sirens being these screaming, violent characters. Also, I now have better pants. Oh. Wait. Oh, it's these, but I already have other ones. This one should be fine. There we go. Alrighty. Do. It's not hard to get out of here. Oh, there is an ancient stele in there. I don't want to find it right now. Maybe later. Let me go back to my ship. I completely passed that quest on the way here. Probably because I went this way through the Ion Vineyard. I'll just warp back to the ship because I want to give my friend a friend. The world's first democracy began under Pericles. Combined order with the assertion of a citizen's right to freedom through political decision. Ooh, that's fascinating, actually. There's some people who don't like democracy, or they think that it fails, and it's not that they're wrong, so much as it's like, I don't know of another political system which I would prefer. Of course, any one system taken to its fullest and most extreme extent will have flaws. It's a balance somewhere in between, which people have difficulty striking because it's so mysterious, that would result in what we're looking for. The ideal government system. I'm not interested enough in politics to figure that out, though. I think this is the island. Oh! Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Hold on.
Commander away! Everyone at ease! About my Leda, do you have any news?
I found this Havlos on a siren, if you could call her that.
An Avlos! My wife always loved these! I bet she learned to play it alongside the sirens as they sung men to their deaths. Just like her.
I'll bet the Sirens and Leda were good friends.
She was so mesmerizing. Her song always worked on me.
All that for a bracelet, an avlosh, and some spices.
But look! I know this bracelet too well. The women of the Siege Plains wear them. These spices are native to the lands of Demeter. And this avlosh is marked by a craftsman in the Parnes Mountains.
They're all from Attica.
The cave! They're all around the one known as the entrance to the underworld. It can't be a coincidence.
I've been there.
Is that where Leda is?
There's only one way to know. Let's go.
Most would have called me crazed, but not you. You truly are my best friend.
It's nothing.
Ah.
Now, let's find your wife. So what does Leda look like?
She was the most beautiful woman I've ever known. Beautiful dark hair and skin. Her green eyes sparkled like jewels. When she drank, could she fight?
Ah, she sounds fun.
She was that and more, my young friend. So much more. It's been so long. I wonder if Leda would even recognize this old face.
Let's go!
Let's find where this is on the map. This entire section of the sea is uncharted. I haven't been through here yet. There's also this section of the sea, which I'm not sure I'll ever get to. Kithra Island is undiscovered, but we're starting to get a lot more of this map. I have the center section of Euboea, Boeotia, Attica, Megaris, Corinthia, Argolis, Arcadia, Laconia, Kephallonia, Phokis, Locris, Scaros, Ardros. Oh, I don't have Delos. Chaos. I can't read that properly beneath all the symbols. Mykonos, Paros, Naxos, Kos, Pefka, and Messera. Those are all the places I've been to, with each their individual divided lands beneath it, which is quite awesome to explore. Okay, so here, a friend worth dying for. If we go to the ship dock here, we should be able to get there. Alcibiades wants something. He's a troublemaker, if ever there was one. I kind of want to make this journey. It feels symbolic enough to do so. So let's go to that dock. We have a few people on board our ship. A few different peoples looking for mystery or adventure or any such thing. The way this ship moves reminds me a lot of Sea of Thieves, which is a game that I actually really enjoyed when I played it.
Get your weapons ready!
Alright, let's try to get out of here. I don't want to fight this guy at the moment. But yeah, so I played a lot of Sea of Thieves. I did all the quests in that game, at least when I was playing it. There's a lot of quests, and it was a lot of running all over the place. It was really lonely, because I played it alone. I didn't have anyone to play with. I found later that a friend of mine would play it, and we played a few rounds, but at one point we got sunk, and it disheartened us both so much that we stopped playing altogether, having lost everything. Those are some strange ruins. It's neat to see like the skyline as you can observe it when sailing past different islands and such. I want to actually visit Greece at some point. I'm sure it looks nothing like this nowadays. It's been 2,000 years since any of these cities existed, at least in this particular state. But it would still be neat to see all the islands, the oceans, the peoples, everything like that. Ooh. I learned that the Earth goes through glacial periods in its existence. I was watching Up Is Not Jump, and he explained this. And he mentioned something I find quite interesting, is during one of the peaks, where the weather is the hottest, this is not like a short process. This goes over like hundreds of thousands of years. But during one of the peaks, human civilization just up and existed. And we are presently in that same peak which we have started. And they have the owl, like Athena. Or Athens. Anyhow. It up and existed, and we haven't gotten into a glacial period yet, which makes me think it's quite possible. Like, for instance, you have Greece, which is a lot of little islands. It's possible that when the next glacial period arrives, so much of this water will freeze in various parts of the world that we will see like Greece turn into a mountainous single land point or something like that. I'm not sure what will actually happen, but it's interesting to think about. Certainly the water level will lower dramatically, as it is presently rising due to like our carbon emissions and such. It's a very interesting contrast to think about. I want to dive into that volcano, but Leda is priority. So I'm just going to mark that. And we'll keep on our way. I usually fast travel everywhere, so it's nice to get a stronger sense of the world by actually sailing. We're approaching the port outside of Athens. You can see like one of the temples and such there. Ah, there you go. You can see the Parthenon up there on those rocks. Greater Athens. So the port should be around the side here. Oh. Oh, yep, this is the right way.
Ready oars for docking?
So he understood his wife to be dead. But we found these 3 clues, and it's apparently connected to the entrance to the underworld, which I have been to. It's a cave. It doesn't go anywhere, much to my disappointment. I genuinely wanted to find the underworld. That would be so cool. I have not, however. The quest now simply reads Find Leda.
They won't ask any questions. Let's keep out of sight.
This is nice. I'm enjoying this. This is a very relaxing sort of time to have. I'm glad to be having this recorded. This is entirely about finding Leda, Barbaros' wife, which is a severe spoiler if you like Barbaros. But, you know. The amount of, like, time and effort that went into so many of these games and the recreation of legends and such deeply fascinates me. I want to find the underworld, I want to find Mount Olympus, I want to find all these mysterious things, and having found the Minotaur gives me quite a lot of hope. I also know that I also found the Sphinx, which is interesting because we're not even close to Egypt. It makes me wonder what other mythical things I may find. Okay, it should be up here. As I recall, it's just a hole in the ground. And yeah, it's checkmarked because I've been here before. And I did everything that I could do here. Alright. Leda! Leda, Barbaros is looking for you. Hello?
There is so many bodies. Is this the underworld?
Whoa! Leda of Ithaca. No!
Kassandra.
Be careful, Barbaros. She has an emerald encrusted bow. Is it?
Leda?
Stop! I'll kill you if you come any closer. Who sent you? Belenos? Adicles?
Relax. We're here on our own.
You haven't aged a day. Is this the underworld? Leda, it's me, Barnabas.
That was my father's name. I never told it to anyone.
Father? Young one, please. What was your mother's name?
The same as mine. Leda of Ithaca.
You were right, old friend. Leda survived, but not the way your visions told you. This is your daughter.
Impossible. You have no proof.
Young one, a lifetime ago, your mother and I sailed side by side. The night I lost my eye, a tempest overwhelmed us and ran us into the rocks. Leda was so brave. She roped together some of the splintered hull. I held her and I said, "Don't stop paddling."
Until you reach the shore.
Oh, she told you this story. Good.
After all this time, Matter said you were a king who died fighting the Hydra. You need to know. Matter, she's...
I understand. We'll grieve her together.
I hate to interrupt, but Leda, you did threaten us with a blade. And there were bodies.
After Matter died, I took over the farm. Ever since, suitors have tried to marry me for my fortune. When that didn't work, they decided it would be easier to kill me for it.
You've been defending yourself. Let us help.
These kind of people don't stop until they have what they want. You mentioned two names?
Belenos and Antigles. They both live nearby. I can show you where.
Let's go together.
With you by my side, we'll be unstoppable.
Right. Together. Into battle.
Barnabas is fantastic. Letter from a suitor, Leda of Ithaca. Your father abandoned you. In death, so has your mother. I'm here for you. Imagine your perfect life, burying my children, tilling my fields, baking my bread. Any woman would kill for such a life, wouldn't you? I read this letter before. I remember frickin' reading this and I was like, wow, that's such a selfish way of looking at things. And it is. I had no idea it was going to tie into this.
I will meet my Leda again in the Golden Fields. Tell me, did she ever remarry?
She did. He was a good man, kind to her and to me.
Good. I pray to the gods that if she lived, she would live happily. The gods listen.
Over here! Where are you?
She's a fast one, my goodness. So we're now here to murder some marital murderous suitors. To end some marital murderous suitors. That sounds much better. Less repetition.
There
Hephaestus,
they are!
what great mysteries do you hide from us?
Okay. My eyes are having some issues depicting the symbols out of the crowd. Ah, frick. I was hoping I could sneak up.
How are you still standing?
That explains the overarching title of the quest, Daddy's Home. I never realized he'd be his partner. He'd be our partner. That was highly unexpected and quite fascinating. That explains our kind of loss and mystery in solving this problem.
I got you. You fight like a child.
My mother's farm and my life are safe. With all my heart. Thank you, both of you.
And thank you for making this old man happy again. Now, about that wine!
He's a bit of a fan of the alcohol. Let me turn myself down so that it doesn't peak very much.
So now that you have your life back, what will you do with it?
Honor my mother. Protect our farm and our fortune.
I was hoping you'd join your old pater on the Adrestia.
The gods sent me a sign by bringing you back to me to save this place. I can't dishonor them and matter by leaving.
I would like it if she came with us.
Take it from someone who lost her family. This is not an opportunity that many people get. Go with your father.
Pater, our farm is yours. One day, when you've sailed the world and want a stable home, you will have one here. But unless Demeter herself burns these silos down, I know I'm acting in the will of the gods.
You alright?
She's as strong as her mother. I couldn't be more proud. I only wish she'd change her mind.
Maybe she will. In the meantime, whenever we sail past these lands, Let's make it a point to stop in and say here.
A friend worth dying for.
Off we go now.
Well, that was fun. Finding Barnabas' daughter. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. Now I'm going to dive into the volcano, and that shall be the end of this mission. Ramming speed! Hopefully I'll be able to record a bit more. I still have to juggle things like schoolwork and the like, trying to forward my education despite the quarantine and everything of the like. But you know. Ooh, or as the Game Grumps would put it, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. I find that hilarious.
Get ready
There's
to
our
set
friend
sail.
Barnabas.
Good to have you back, Commander.
Next time we'll probably bring that guy over to our poet friend. This is Herodotus, representing, by the same name, the father of literature history, historical literature. I read a few of the tales which have been told by him, which include things like Egyptian embalming, a tale of fortune tellers, a great war which lost a great empire, and a king's betrayal to his wife, and things like that. They're all fascinating tales, and told with so much more artistic flavor than like records as they had been at the time. He was the first to add a bit of artistic imagination and retelling. The retelling of stories as though they were legends to actual history. I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of the sources of the phrase, "the truth is stranger than fiction."
Commander leading the helm.
Alright. Let's find out if this is a volcano or not. And if it is, what's inside. See, if I was able to edit, I could cut away these long, quiet bits, and then I could play for like 7 or 8 hours and cut it down to like an hour video. But alas, at sea. I'm just walking over here to get rid of this marker. There is a cave 104 meters, so I definitely think there's an entrance at the top here. I'm curious what's inside though. I've been to the Forge of Hephaestus. That was an interesting place. Oh wait! Is that where we are? We're in the foundry of Hephaestus. Holy cow, I did not realize it was this close to Athens. Man, to think, right, standing up here, Not even a few minutes ago, I sailed into that port way over there and walked across those shores and those lands, before eventually returning to my boat and sailing over here. And I walked across that boat, that small thing way down there. And now I am here, and tempted once more to dive into the foundry. Here goes nothing.